how many of you have heard of Rakesh Jhunjhunwala? Would you consider him a high performer? I mean, that's not really high performance, because what's the point of having that 50,000 net crore worth when at 61 you pass away, and before that as well, for the last 5-6 years, you were not well, you needed to support a bunch of people to walk you around, you were in a wheelchair. Well, what's the point? Guys, I'm 50. To me, that is indefensible when someone dies at 50 due to their choices. Something else happens, I understand. So accident happens, I understand. But if you make poor choices and you're dying at 50 or someone dies at 60, that is indefensible, because you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family, and you owe it to the world. As I said, pursuit of longevity is written even in our scriptures. Because then the point of a life is not just to, let's start make money, which is good. We have to make money. We have to make plenty of money. Mao Zedong used to say that the pursuit of wealth is a noble cause. Everyone should pursue being rich, because only when you have wealth can you help others, can you help yourself. So that's a good thing. But at the same time, you, as someone said, you can't be a lopsided performer. Say if you can say that, if I see the comments, someone's writing, you look like in your 30s, you look like 30, whatever. If that's possible for me, that's possible for you. Right? And why I'm talking about this is I'm going to give you another example. I have another client. Okay, he's 29 years old. I'm not going to share the name and the details because that's confidential. But his goal is huge, massive goal. When he shared his goal with me, I was bowled over. His goal is to become the world's richest person. Okay, and you know what? Sometimes you can dismiss that. No, yeah, a childish goal. But that person is on the path. At 13, that person was making money in the stock market. At 29, he's accumulated a sizable amount of wealth. So he knows what he's doing. But here's the thing. Why do you think he's consulting me? Think about it. What's the number one rule for growing your money passively? Yes. What's the number one rule? Compound interest. Thank you, Sally. Compound interest. What do you need for compound interest? Time on your side, right? The longer you live, the more interest you can compound, the more wealth you can accumulate, correct? So I think that person is tremendously wise, because they know they're adopting the right strategies, they're making the money, they're like, okay, yeah, but I also need time on my side. I'm not going to do what Rakesh Jhunjhunwala did. I think that's very smart, right? What is high performance? What does it take to become a high performer? This is what I used to do. That working hard, if you're going to go the extra mile, so as someone working really hard, or working smart, as they say nowadays, right? Working hard, working smart, that is high performance, going the extra mile. Nowadays, it's AI, using technology, use AI. Productivity hacks and tools. Even many years back, and I was like, no, I gotta find this productivity hack, this tool, etc. Yes, some of them work, no doubt about it. But then I realized it's not a time game. Yeah? Anyway, we'll get to it. To-do lists, right? Time management, going to bed early, waking up early, you become a high performer, discipline, right? So we hear all that, yeah? And different versions of what you align to the laws of nature, right, Rakesh? Yes, so we hear all these things. Some of these are correct, some of these are misconceptions, to be honest with you. Because being a high performer is not a factor of time, it's a factor of energy. How much energy you have and how you allocate that energy. And how you allocate the energy to different projects that you do. Because if it was all about time, say everyone's got the same time. Right? But their high performers look at life differently. They approach their body differently. They approach their health differently. They approach their energy differently. And they invest in that. They invest in the source. See, looking at just productivity, looking at just to-do list, time management is looking at the symptom. You don't go into the root. The root is your source, where it's coming from. What does it take to win big? To win big takes big energy, guys. This is a consistent trait of high performers. They're high energy. And it's the work ethic. Now, when we say work ethic, it's not just the hard work ethic, as I was telling you, it's not just being hard work ethic, but what powers that work ethic. And what powers that work ethic is your source. There are three things that power your work ethic, because you need a very strong work ethic, but what powers your work ethic? Three things. These three things are your health, your sleep, your environment. And this is not what you've normally heard. I'm not going to talk to you about, you got to take care of health, you got to eat well, you got to sleep 8 hours a night. It's not like that. There's a lot of stuff that goes very deep. It's not as superficial and at surface level as we think it is.